But in this case, you thinking of the consumer. The workers are being ripped off. The workers are being ripped off. Go check what workers who produce bread that is eaten on every breakfast table in South Africa get paid. I'm saying that capital does that. It always tries to the extent that it can.
Then it's this line. Ladies and gentlemen, one of your favorites, NDLOZI, fails to argue against capitalism at a podcast with Saul and McG. But because, ladies and gentlemen, Saul is not a political scientist like that, he failed to push back on NDLOZI. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Saul. I like the boys. You know, they're doing amazing. The numbers are up. But it's like, they didn't push against him. You know what I'm saying? And really, NDLOZI was just meshing words together, speaking a lot of English that doesn't make sense. You know how these guys love to speak a lot of English. The English is all the way up there, bro.
The age of gigging, you make music by gigging. You make money by gigging.
Yes.
That person, it doesn't matter whether the song is sophisticatedly composed. If he doesn't have...
And last, ladies and gentlemen, when musicians are gigging, that's capitalism. You know, they are offering their service and their talent in return for money. So, in this one incident, he supports capitalism.
The symbolic mass. He won't gig or she won't gig. And if she's not gigging, she won't make money. They better find another job.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how the free market works. That's how capitalism works. So in essence, he supports capitalism. It's just the ideology is so deeply entrenched in his empty head because it got in there, it found that it was empty, said, hello, it's empty, I'm ideology, I'm communism, I'm gonna camp in here because it's so empty, bro. I'm telling you right now. He supports capitalism in essence. You know what I'm saying? Your favorites, bro.
We sometimes don't know. Nobody could have said Mapiano will definitely be big to this extent.
Mapiano, you see, you make a song, people respond positively to it, you make money from it, you live happily ever after. South Africans produce piano. You get what I'm saying? It's like the free market, bro. They just don't want to agree that capitalism is far more superior than any other economic system known to mankind because they want to exploit the poor, really. Pretend they are for the poor, but really they are not. I'm telling you,
couldn't
man.
have calculated it in any way because it's the life of symbolic products. Their materiality is very minimal. It's like, what's the value of the rand vis-a-vis the value of the dollar? You know what I mean? And particularly after the gold standard was ended, that, you know, currency used to be based on how much gold reserves you have. Now, what is it based on? You know what I mean? So I'm saying...
He's still even talking about money. He's talking about currency. He's talking about gold. He's talking about the free market, bro. The exchange of goods and services for money. That's what he's talking about. Your favorites.
That when it comes to these brands, we've got to appreciate that particular aspirational, the capacity to build an aspirational brand and have a following on it, like Maxhosa did. It's something that is out there. Like,
Maxhosa is making the coins. Maxhosa is making money. Capitalism. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but I have to emphasize, these people know exactly that capitalism works. But for some reason, they're going to want to tell you that they are socialists. And we must adopt the socialism in this great country of the South. I'm telling you.
Bracelets of, what are those things? Cartier. Yeah, bracelets, watches, and all those things. Those are aspirational brands. They get built and deployed in a specific way. That is what you're consuming.
I get you. Okay.
That's what you're consuming.
Man. I get it.
Is in the brand. It's a powerful thing in that terrain. I do think that if we were sitting with somebody, I don't think we do. You don't.
No.
Certainly, Paul, you don't do that. So
Do what?
luxury brands.
No.
But those.
He says he doesn't like. I know Mixie doesn't like luxury brands because he's always wearing flip flops and short pants. Well, Saul kind of does. I mean, come on, you know he does. Still playing with us. Saul still playing with us. This guy in NDLOZI, this guy. Let me pull this nigga close, man. Pull that nigga close for Anchor Rock, bro. This guy. He hung with Julius Malema, who loved designer clothes. I mean, everybody knows that Julius Malema wears designer clothes. And he wants to come on here and virtue signal about him not liking designer things. It's like, so we're going to virtue signal now? That's what we do? That's what we on? Come on. Who's taking these people seriously? That's what I want to know. Who's taking these socialists seriously in this a great country of the South? Come on, man.
People will be able to tell you how to judge the quality, the stitches, the this. And in those shops, to say Chinese, it's like we are Tugana. China is a super industrial community.
Yeah.
Highly capitalist. He's talking about capitalism. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's talking about Shane. He's talking about Temu and them. Come on,
And
man.
its manufacturing capabilities are so advanced.
Out of this world.
They are able to, on the floor, exercise different mechanisms of quality control of different products. Not just the clothing, but a variety
Everything.
products. Yeah. So
iPhones, everything.
I think that they would be able to tell us that a shoe of Louis Vuitton goes through this and that process, which is different too. And then they make it scarce. It's like when they say we're going to do 10 Lamborghinis and we're going to do them in a special way. And there will only be 10 in the world. And each is $5 million. Then we are saying we forget garage. I'm the only one in Africa who has this one. Kulmaning is
black coffee.
that
with
means
spike.
something.
Yeah. He's the only one.
Until you find out how much it costs to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's the life of brands like that.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying the value that they do that they put on these goods can't be diluted. Just because we found out how much it costs to make the actual product.
If we were to subject all products to the same thing, you would find that we're being ripped off.
That's true. But he shouldn't come on here and pretend he doesn't wear luxury brands. All of the point he's making about luxury brands is just selling you their idea of what the product is instead of actually what the value of the product is. He's making a very good point. I agree with him on that. See, on this platform, we are very reasonable. We don't hate people. If people tell the truth, we agree. If people are capping and they are hypocrites and they say they are socialists but they love capitalism, when you really listen, it's like, hold on now. Hold up now.
But in this case, you thinking of the consumer. The workers are being ripped off. The workers are being ripped off. Go check what workers who produce bread that is eaten on every breakfast table in South Africa get paid. I'm saying that capital does that. It always tries to the extent that it can.
Then he starts lying now. He starts lying. Talking about the bread people. Come on. Bro, if I'm a business owner, I take my own money. I work hard. I save money because money doesn't fall from the trees. I save money. And then I say, with this money, I'm going to invest this money. Then for a very long time, I invest this money. I start a business. I take a risk with my own money. Then are you telling me that when I hire somebody who's going to help me produce something, they must own the product? That's not even real, man. Like, it's not even realistic. Stop playing with us.
Rip off the worker and rip off the consumer to maximize profit.
Workers do have rights, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't get me wrong. But it's like, if I take the risk, I own the damn thing. If I take 100% of the risk with my money to start a business and I hire somebody whom I give a wage and I give a salary, it's not like they do this for free. I give somebody money in exchange for their time on my business to work on my own stuff. It's like I pay them to produce a product that I'm going to sell. Are you telling me that the worker must now own the product? It's like, it's ridiculous. It's not even realistic, bro.
It's not just with luxury brands. Most of the brands, the making and the selling, you'll find there's always a huge TV,
But at
cell
what point-
phones, yeah.
At what point is it? Because I mean, like when somebody creates something, they do have the right to put whatever markup on it. At what point is it? Because I believe if it's for the purposes of profit, then naturally somebody's getting ripped off.
He gotta drink an empty glass because he's about to lie. I'm telling you, man. Listen, that question is amazing. That's all they just posed over there. Think about it. At what point does it become fair that I'm the one who takes the risk to start a business and I get to benefit from the upside? As far as when I take the risk, I'm the one who suffers. I lose my savings. I lose my investments. At what point? These people, I give them a salary. At what point? I want you to listen to his response, bro. Gibberish response.
First, the worker. The first people all the
because you need
time.
to drive the cost down.
Yes, the first person. It won't go to the market. By the time it appears in the market, the worker is already ripped off.
But at what point
Come
are they
on,
not ripped
man.
off?
Exactly.
I don't think.
At what point? What's fair?
I mean, socialism is what's fair when the workers themselves.
Capitalism is not fair.
Man. Your favorites, bro. Get out of here, bro.
ripped off.
But at what point are they not ripped off?
I don't think.
At what point? What's fair?
I mean, socialism is what's fair when the workers themselves own the products that they produce.
Gonna tell us about socialism, bro. And then we're gonna say, show us a socialist state that's completely 100% socialist. No capitalist tendencies in there. Just completely 100% socialist. That's ever seen prosperity, bro. From rags to riches with socialism. Stop playing with us, bro. Your favorites lie through their teeth.
But then there's this symbolic thing you're talking about the play of shades, of shadows. That game. I mean, you
What is he talking about?
you should see it in the arts, in the paintings, when paintings are being sold.
Now he's gonna start talking about painting. Ladies and gentlemen, this video has been very long. I think I'm gonna cut it exactly right here because he's gonna go on and on about paintings. If you want to watch this whole podcast, go on MacG's platform and watch that whole video. They are doing amazing over there. But as far as I'm concerned, NDLOZI is bogus. A lot of the time he doesn't know what he's talking about. I suspect that his IQ, even though he has a PhD, I mean they give PhD to dummies these days. So it's like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Malema threw him out and he still thinks that he can still hold on to socialism. I mean, now he's back into the real world and like I'm surprised that he still doesn't see that these types of ideologies, when you apply them in real life, they don't actually work. He looks stupid saying these things. He looks absolutely stupid saying these things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you liked this one, hit at the sub, hit the like button, open the notifications so that you are notified every time we upload a new video. And then, like, before I close this one, I just want to say there's some people who try to tell me, bro, what to post and what not to post. It's like, on here, respectfully, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do what I like. Yeah. No. We know down here to impress nobody. I'm gonna do what I want. Really. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. unfortunately, respectfully. We are here, boy.